Hello there, it's Crisandro, of course, and again, just arrived at work um, early in the morning, and yeah, sorry, it's been a good couple of days since the game, hasn't it? That FA Cup match, which I said I was looking forward to, and I don't think you saw that my post in the group. I was looking forward to the game. I thought throw a lot into the FA Cup. I think I even said that as well. Throw a lot into the FA Cup, try and get that trophy, and then see what happens. And boy, did that fail spectacularly. It was an abject performance, and I have no idea how to describe it as well. It's taken me a couple of days just to try and chill out a little bit because I have no words to describe what the hell that was. I mean, the first half, we were just kind of like chilling, just kind of like holding our own, just sizing Middlesbrough up by the looks of it. We kind of like held to the ball very well for the first half then Middlesbrough started coming more into it, didn't they? And and it was basically just because I didn't go to the game, as you know. It was a midweek game, so I couldn't get time off work. But even the commentators were talking about how it seemed to be a game plan of Spurs in the first half to just sit back and size them up to just try and frustrate Middlesbrough, as they're the championship side, we are the superior side, and they have to try and break us down. And when they try and flood forward to try and break us down, then we exploit all the gaps that will be behind. None of that even materialised, especially in the second half, when you thought that our superior fitness should count for something. In fact, it was literally all Middlesbrough. I mean, we had a number of chances, but none of them worked the keeper, and that's the weird thing. I mean, I think we had about 6 or 7 attempts, but I think only one of them in the 90 minutes actually was a two. I think it's literally one shot worked the keeper, and Middlesbrough had enough chances, especially in the 90 minutes, two free headers, a point blank save again from Lloris who had to get down well. You can't say that Middlesbrough didn't deserve to win that game, and that is the annoying thing. I mean, yes, I had enough respect for Middlesbrough. They played very well. They did very well, and they also beat Manchester United in the previous round to get there. But you kind of thought that if we really, really wanted this trophy, we would have gone all out and done our bit. But we didn't even so much as do that. We hardly tested Middlesbrough, and that's saying something for the whole 90 minutes. And then their teenager scores in extra time to seal it. And as soon as that final whistle went, I just turned the TV off, and then that was it. I just, for me, the season's now officially over. I mean, a lot of people are blaming Conte for it, saying that he was a bit slow in changing the tactics, he was a bit slow in substitutions. Far be it from me to try and criticise one of the best managers in the world, and but I think, and I don't think I will. I mean, at that point, we weren't really being hurt, and when we did switch things around in terms of changing the formation a little bit, we went to a 4 back. Middlesbrough bombarded us, so we switched back to a three and slowed it down. And that was late in the second half. It was just a case of players not being on it. There was a stat that came out recently that said that any any week where we've had a whole week to prepare for a match, we've actually gone on and won that game. Where we've had midweek matches, it's been very, very mixed, and we kind of saw that again. The players look leggy, the players look tired. I'm not making any excuses for them because it was the same for Middlesbrough. They played on the Saturday, I believe, and so and then played on the Wednesday, so they were out for the game. You know, it's just, I guess it's a case of fitness, I guess, or in the case of just trying to work out what to do for during that week of preparation. I guess there is a point to it because Conte's teams have never progressed further than, I believe, is it the quarterfinals of any European trophy. So maybe there is a point to it. Maybe his teams can't get up for midweek matches. I don't know, but it's something that needs to be sorted and sorted soon because that means that we're not going to win any trophy, any trophies really. As it depends on what we do in the summertime. We might not challenge for the title. I mean, for me, like I said, the season is over. The season is done. we're not going to win the league. We're out of all the cups, and it's only March the first as well. I think it was. So it was just kind of it was just poor throughout, and but now Conte sees the size of the task. If he didn't know in January, he now knows. Now this team, I mean, I know he's trying to slim the squad down a little bit to get rid of the players that are causing the issues, and you keep the players that he trusts. But it just shows that the players that he trusts aren't really of that level yet. Although there are some flashes. I mean, it wasn't Kulusevski's best game, but he's still there. He's he's still a new player, and he's still young, and that's what people seem to forget. Cesar, he's still a young player. I mean, there are people there who will say that I'm making excuses, but I'll say that there are people out there who are just so desperate to try and write anybody off if they're not hitting the ground like Messi within 5 minutes of starting. And it is going to be, well, I was going to say it's going to be a long process, but I think we've kind of had enough of long processes now, haven't we? It was a long process when Pochettino was here this last season, and we needed a painful rebuild, and we just slowly got rid of the players that we needed, but it needed a complete overhaul. Like I've been saying for the last few years, it needs a complete overhaul. That season that we finished second in the league, we needed a complete overhaul for the next season, but we just kept the players, and we just longed it out, and it just now, if Conte says that we need a complete overhaul, I imagine it's a bit like who was the can't remember who the director of football was when um, um, Martin Yeo was in charge, but it needs. I've been saying for year out, it needs that kind of overhaul. That season finished, and then the French manager came. I can't remember his name, and then it was the director of football, and we just gutted the team out and brought in new players. That's what is needed now. And we started the process, and I know it's a slow process, but we haven't got anything but time. We have not got the time, really. People are saying that we should target top four because Harry Kane will keep Harry Kane. I don't care. It's still got to the point now. If Harry Kane wants to go, then he wants to go. If but it needs a proper switch out of players in January and January in the summer, and it is what it is. We're just going to try and finish as high as we can, and then take stock of that and see what we can do next season. And I'll still be going to the games, of course. I mean, little thing. I mean, I'm kind of used to seasons like these now, aren't I? Ever since we finished second in the league, I'm used to these kind of seasons, kind of just falling away now later on. But it's all about where Conte can finish, can get the squad to finish from between now and May, and then but in the meantime, the women's team will be back on Reading this weekend, which should be fine. I'll be going to that match, and there's going to be a long shot, but as I say, currently 4 points off the top of the table, with lying third at the moment. Chelsea second, a game in hand. They're I think they're about 2 points ahead of us, and then Arsenal are top of the league. So they played the same number of games. It's going to be an exciting one, really. Reading, at one point, I think were kind of trending up there. I think they're now in the bottom half of the table, so we should expect to get 3 points from that one, and really put pressure on the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea above us, and Manchester United, who are behind us. Their last game they lost to Manchester City, so that's why we're up into third. And if we just can't, I mean, it's not starting to get our flow. Maybe the international break that came along was probably not the right time for us. But we're starting to get our flow through, and we started to really pick up the pace. I mean, scoring two against who did we score two against? Well, then we beat Birmingham 4-0 at home. Leicester, wasn't it? I think it was Leicester. My brain's all addled right now. And then we beat Birmingham 4-0. It was a long time since I've seen the women's team score 4 in a match, or more than 2, I should say. And that was good. That was a good performance. And we completely tore them apart. And that's what put us up into third. And another win here, and if results go our way, we could be closing in to first place, closing in on first place. And that is our own. We just have to concentrate on our own game right now. And Rantz Skinner's got the team playing beautifully. Like I said, I just hope that we still keep the momentum going after the international break. This came at the most inopportune moments, really. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm quite excited about it. That's on the Sunday. That'll be at, I was going to say Elm Park. What is the name of that stadium that Reading plays? Medeski Stadium, isn't it? I'm sure they're playing at the Medeski Stadium. I'll look that up. But yeah, cannot wait for it. And then on Monday, the Spurs men play Everton. Everton struggling for form. I think they're in the bottom 4 as things stand. So they're just behind Leeds. By the way, the Leeds video will come out hopefully tonight, late on tonight. It was just kind of a bit of a crazy period for me at the moment, and then watching the FA Cup just kind of depressed me even further. So yeah, that will hopefully come out tonight. Enjoy our last win before before the FA Cup game hit. And yeah, it's just kind of. I mean, I know I ask this kind of question every time after a defeat, but yeah, where do we go? It is a case of. I know that Conte's had to check his emotions, hasn't he? After his outburst after the Burnley defeat, he's had to check his emotions. I haven't actually heard what he had to say after the Middlesbrough game, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess we shall find out. But yes, check it. Yes, check the video out on hopefully Sunday evening. Spurs against Reading. Spurs at Reading, the women's game. Looking forward to that game. And then Monday night is Spurs Everton in the men's game. We shall see, eh? But out of the FA Cup, out of the title race, not really interested in top 4. We'll see what happens. Close the season down, and then we'll go again next season. It is what it is.